Hello, my name is Medina Leon Sape. Good morning and good stay safe for everyone. Today is about my explanation that the game, the epic game that can make colonial start. That game can help create a better world. Create an epic game that will solve the problem faced by environment because of fuel overconsumption for private transportation. Okay, the private transportation it use petroleum to gasoline or the fuel. Okay, basically petroleum is naturally sourced that come from antiquity that have died and buried underground for a very long time and until a million years, I think. Okay, petroleum can be processed using a process that name is multi-level distillation. In this multi-level distillation, a lot produced from petroleum itself. Distillation is a cooking process with different temperature to produce different product. The product from petroleum that is needed today is a fuel oil in the form of gasoline, which can be used by us to running the vehicle. And then the vehicle in question is motorized vehicle that use for fuel oil. On its manufacturer, the octane value of the petroleum is very important things that means if the octane value is very information, the higher octane value on the vehicle, the cleaner the exhaust emission on the vehicle. The effect of fuel is very large on environment. The effect generated by its use is that more negative impact are generated. Excessive use is one of the activity resulting from the negative impact. Okay, in addition, the use of private vehicle can also have a negative impact on environment. Congestion can also be a disturbing one, I think. But fuel oil is very widely vehicle is used in a vehicle. So far, no other fuel has been found that can replace its role, except for the vehicle that use electric fuel, which of the cost of the price is very unaffordable. And then the engine in a motor vehicle is not always maintained, is also one of the factors that can make fuel emission more and more polluting the environment. Vehicles that emit a lot of smoke are the vehicle that I don't like so much. I don't like it. Please. Game are means that can be used to educate, not also to entertain when our body is tired of daily activity. But in this case, the game can be used as educational tools that can help every user, and the educational game are games that can be used as education and help in understanding external matters. Then the game that I will design is about competitive game or like a fighting game between plants that can describe itself as an environment, and motorized robot that describe as a private vehicle that can damage the environment. Okay, this game is based on like a previous game that named Plant vs Zombie 1 and Plant vs Zombie 2. In this game, there are two sides on this game. The first side is which consists of several plants that have different skill, and according to their purpose, such as a sunflower has a very important function in this game. Like sunflower is become a producer of research. This research will be a money on this game that can use to open other plants that are used for troops, for war, to fight machine robots. In addition, there are several plants that can propagate the seed, which are used as a weapon and aim to the robot. Okay. And in the potato shape, there are plants that are used for a front barrier that are useful for blocking attacks from the robot, or rather function as a barrier that limit the defense area. Okay, that's for. And beside this, and this game is picture of the environment that the protect of the house, which described as a place to live from human, and it's a good side of this game. This plan is the good side. Okay, got it? Okay. And in this game also there are bad side, and just call a bad side. Okay. In this bad side has the main function of destroying the environment depicted with plants, just like the troops plant. There are in this robot they also have different ability for each robot. When the robot itself are owned by root, they itself is description of motorized also have different ability each of this robot. When the robot itself is a description of motor vehicle, that Emil Paul, ya Allah. Okay. In this game, there are also a bad side, and let's just call is the bad side. Okay, just bad side. On this bad side, which has the main function of destroying the environment depicted with plants, just like the troops plant that are owned by robot. They also have different ability for each robot. While the robot itself is a description of motorized vehicle, right? That emit pollution, so that it can damage the environment as our place to live. And then the level resistance of the rock in the robot body will be very influential, because if the robot has a weak defense, the robot will be easily defeated by plants. And inversely, if the robot have a strong defense, it will have a lower percentage of mortality compared to weak defense robot. And then in this game is based on the used private vehicle, which damage the environment a lot because of its fuel of emission, not a new environment damage. And the beginning of the story of this game is when a robot that want to invade a house which is the resident of the small family, and then the small family asks for protection from strange plant that have the ability as a protector. Okay, that plant is have ability of a protector, right? And intermediary that can repel the robot, and not a few of these plants that must try to protect that robot that come with different wave. In this game there is three wave. The first wave is about the first wave of robot is will invade is not many robots, just few robots that want to invade our home, our house. But in the second wave, the robot are issued twice of the first wave and the final wave. The number of troops that issue is twice from the second wave. And then this game based on a strategy that must be built and more prepared defense and choosing our right plan to defend our home or our house. The game will be set win if we as a player can protect the house from the invention of the robot that attack ladders. Got it? And the game will lose if the plants are not able to withstand and protect the house of robotic attack so the robot can easily control our home, our house. And then in this game is a game that describes the stability of the environment with a driving engine that produces a pollution. The house itself is a picture of the world we live is in as a place to life that must be maintained and protected by a good and healthy environment, while the robot represents the danger that will damage the environment if humans themselves use motorized vehicle every day. The conclusion of this game is to tell you about the private motor vehicle can also damage our environment if we use it every day, every time, and everywhere. I think it's the one of the problem that why we must keep our environment good and safe and healthy is because our environment will be protect us from another external things, I think. And at last but not least, my name is Menilman Chapter Sampai. Thank you.